Hello, wonderful bridge people. Eli Jolly here for another hand of the day. It's been a long time since I've done a hand of the day, but I'm hoping to get back into it per usual. And I played this hand at the club the other day, and I just thought, this is it's just such a nice old-fashioned in play that occurs here. But I think there's lots of interesting parts of it, and I even found a slight improvement to my line. So that was the cool thing about it as well, is that even though it was a simpler kind of in play, I think I could have done just that slightly better thing that gives me a lot more equity and almost makes it 100% line based on the knowledge that I had. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the auction here. Pass, pass, pass to me. Lots of info right there. And of course, I open one spade. My left hand opponent bids two clubs. My partner bids three clubs, four clubs by East, and I've got a pretty easy four spade bid. And I mean, there are some perfectos where I might even um, have slam here, but my partner's a passed hand, and I've got 15 count. I'm not trying to shoot the moon at match points. And lefty leads the ace of clubs. All right, so this is a great dummy for me. We've got these beautiful diamonds, right? I've got five diamond tricks. A heart trick is six, and five spades is 11. And now it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to take more. It's a little scary that they're tapping me already, just because, if things were really bad in spades, I might have less spades than someone, but generally they're gonna break 3-2 here or 4-1. If they're 4-1, always got 11 tricks anyway. So here, one interesting thing is that at trick one, East hesitated for a while. I think they wanted to give their partner some kind of a signal, and then they played the five of clubs. Okay, so that didn't give me a ton of info, but I just clocked that for myself that there was this hesitation that occurred. And it didn't seem like a standard trick one hesitation. So I roughed, and I'm just going to go with my plan of obviously drawing trumps and then playing on diamonds. So I draw trumps, and I'm keeping track. They both follow. Nice. And I play another spade. So at this point, I know a lot. I know a lot about the hand. So to even rewind to the club suit, it seems to me that probably West started with six clubs and East started with five. Two in the dummy, I have zero. So that seems likely, because West did not preempt, but then they bid two clubs and then East bid four clubs. And obviously, this is our hand. We have what, 26 high card points here. So it seems like that's the case. And West led the ace of clubs, so they probably have the ace king. So East really can't have that much. How are they making this for a club bid? Maybe they're just doing it based on clubs, but it seems to me like they're pretty much marked with the king of hearts. That was my initial inclination. So I thought about a couple of different things with the diamond suit, but I just felt like it was the most flexible thing for me to just cash my diamonds like this, planning to end in the dummy. And I didn't know at the time exactly how I was going to use the 10 of clubs, but I was just glad that I had it. It was a threat card. They can't pitch the king, queen, jack at this stage. So I've got the 10 of clubs as a threat at this point. So I cash my diamonds. And then, wow, again, West follows. So it looks like West has six clubs, three spades, and two diamonds. If that's the case, and they have two hearts. And if all this is making sense. And now this is the key card. East plays the nine of hearts, and they play odd even discards, and it just felt like an honest card. My right hand opponent, although a very good player, is not terribly tricky. So I just thought, okay, they've definitely got the king of hearts now. It would be five. They have more hearts anyway, so they were a favorite, and also the auction. So everything says, okay, East has the king of hearts. So I kept cashing my diamonds, and now it's important for me to keep track of what East is pitching and the rounded suits. They just have hearts and clubs at this point, so I just need to keep track. So they pitched a club, they pitched a heart, So at this point, they have three hearts left. I played another diamond. They pitched a club. Okay, so if they pitched a heart at this point, I knew they had two hearts and I could just push out the king. But they kept their they have three hearts now and they have a club. So this is the important moment. It's actually something I didn't quite visualize at the beginning is I need to now take away their club. If I take away their club, then they're not going to be able to get a club trick. And so this is the card that really in plays them at this point. So I roughed it. And now this is the moment where I put a lot of mental energy into the other stages. And this is actually something I noticed for myself where I can go wrong is at this stage, I knew I was going to play a low heart to throw East in, but I didn't think as much about what card I would play from the dummy. Now I know they have the king, so I might as well play the card that's going to reveal where the jack is. Because West at this point had thrown no hearts. They had two hearts left. They could easily have jack and one. So I played a low heart and then I played the queen. And this isn't the wrong play because now East thought for a bit. So they kind of told me they had the jack, but they played the seven. And now if West has jack and one, I'm going to pay off. They're going to win the jack of hearts and they're going to cash their club. But I had to trust the odds and trust my gut. And I played low. And luckily, they played a low heart. And I played the 10 and I won. So a couple nice things coming up here. You can get the count on this hand. The high cards seem relatively clear, but there's lots of other clues that just confirm, the initial impression. And then in the imposition, three card imposition, just be careful to play the correct card. If I play a low heart there and West had the king, they're flying king, they're cashing a club, right? So it doesn't cost me to play the queen. Play the 10 there. East will win the jack, and now the king is marked, and I can just claim. But I gave them this little extra chance, and that's the key to the hand. So I'm just gonna, for people at home maybe aren't as familiar with the in place situation, let's just rewind and let's open up all the cards. So just gonna watch this function one more time. So on this hand, we'll just notice how I stripped East of spades and diamonds. And then at the end, they weren't able to hold enough clubs to exit a club. And if they would have pitched hearts, then they would have given me a heart. I could have set up a heart by force. So we can just watch the beginning. I draw trumps. Great. I play my diamonds and just watch the East hand. I know I'm going very fast, but I want to get to this point, which is sort of the key point in the hand. So they were able to pitch a heart at this point and keep parity with my hearts. But they've got a problem here when I play the jack. Okay, because if they play a club, which they did, then I can strip them of their last club, and now they have nothing but hearts left. But let's go back. So if this trick, so if they say here I play the jack and they pitch a heart, well, that's even better for me. That's even better because what I'm going to do at this point is I would just play a heart and I wouldn't have to risk very much, right? The jack would pop, I'd knock out, jack would pop here, and then I'd knock out the heart, and I wouldn't have to do anything special. I'd have my trump and my heart trick, and it would have been much easier for me, but they made me at least execute the in play and get my 12 tricks. So I love a good match point over a trick hand. It's a lot of fun, and I thought this was a good old fashioned in play, but with all these little nice little nuances and just keeping the club and the dummy ending with diamonds in the dummy was really key. So I just knew it was a threat. If I ended in the dummy with my diamonds, then I was going to have opportunities. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my hand of the day. I hope you have a great day yourself. Check out EliJollyBridge.com, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I hope to produce more of these videos. Happy bridge. Bye.